Scorpio, hello and welcome. This is Ashley. We're going to be doing your reading for the week of September 26th. We're going to look at a strength, a challenge, and a potential outcome for you. And we'll do a 9-card spread and get some details to see if we can narrow it down a bit. If this is not your reading, as it will not resonate with every Scorpio, make sure you check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements and see what the messages are in those readings. If this is your reading and it resonates for you, please like and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Also, real quick, I am doing bonus readings for each of the zodiac signs. I will link yours at the end of this video, and it will be a bonus on the Mercury retrograde in the sign of Libra. So that'll be happening on the 27th of September. But we're already in the shadow period, so you may begin to see some messages pop up there for you that resonate as well. So let's get going here. We have the King of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Sun. The Three of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. The Seven of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Death card. At the bottom of the deck we have the Emperor. So could very well be taking some control over something in your life this week. Definitely have some Aries energy showing up here. Perhaps kind of a boss up kind of week. We will see how that Emperor comes into play as we get into your reading here. Okay, so in the strength position, we have the dark blue galactic dragon, and it says, helps you listen to the voice of the universe, ignite the codes of your master blueprint, access cosmic wisdom, and enter higher service. So could be something going on here. Feels very Aquarian in nature. It looks like he's holding this bag of stars here, and so it kind of reminds me of the water bearer for Aquarius, but we'll see how this is showing up for you. Definitely could be some clarity coming in for you when it comes to kind of what your path has been and where it's been leading you. It's kind of what I'm feeling with that. Definitely some universal role coming into play for you. We have the King of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. And to me, it kind of feels like some clarity on perhaps even some of the challenges that you've encountered and maybe the why behind it. Now, it could very well be that you don't believe that, things happen for a reason. But more what I'm getting from this is that you're able to take the wisdom from what has happened to you that's been difficult, that has been heartbreaking, and you're taking that wisdom forward with you and kind of gaining quite a bit more clarity for yourself, regardless of whether those situations were within your control or not. So let's see what else we can get here for your strength. And that could very well be tied into this Emperor, right? He has the combined wisdom and knowledge and behavior of all four kings put together. And so it could very well be that you're stepping into more of a wise role or a wise place within your life because of this clarity that's coming in. So with the King of Swords, we're getting the Knight of Wands and the Six of Wands. So definitely some passionate victory going on here. We have the Three of Swords. We have the Seven of Swords. And the Queen of Wands. And with the Seven of Cups, we have the Hermit. And the Lovers. So I do feel like some of this clarity is coming in. Part of what's coming in and is serving as your strength is I think that you have experienced a lot of love relationships that have left you feeling heartbroken. At the time when those issues would come up, it would knock your confidence. It would kind of take something from you. It was like you'd lose a piece of yourself in some way when there were betrayals or just backstabbing, maybe even third-party situations, that kind of thing. And so, it could be a specific relationship in particular. It doesn't have to be. It just feels like some of that wisdom this week is coming forward to serve you. And I'm going to say for now, I think that is because we have this close encounters coming in as the outcome. So we'll look at that. But with the Hermit and the Lovers coming in here with the Seven of Cups, there's been wisdom gained. The Hermit, he climbs mountains alone in his hermitage looking for that inner wisdom within him. And he comes out of it with this lantern which holds the star. It's like going within and really looking into yourself brings forth this healing and this wisdom together. And I think it's been directly related to a, perhaps even a specific relationship here with the Lovers, but it's also somehow brought you closer to your higher self, which I feel like brings in some of that galactic, cosmic wisdom that this card is talking about. And so you have this new sense of clarity, this wisdom, and it's allowing you to boost that confidence once again and, kind of come out victorious for yourself. Even if it doesn't involve another person, you're sitting in a really strong energy. Now what's coming in your challenge position is the Time to Go card in the reverse. And so you can see in this picture, there's this fairy and she's kind of following this pathway to this door back here, but it's kind of foggy, right? It's kind of like going into the mist, not really knowing where you're headed. It may be that parts of the path aren't always clear when we leave something behind. But when it's showing up in the reverse, it means that there's some sort of unfinished business. It may appear to you that something has come to an end. Could be a relationship, but something about it is not quite wrapped up. There's some sort of trailing leftover thing, some sort, whether it's an energy, a conversation that needs to happen, something like that. And so there's something about it that's not quite over with. Now we do have the Queen of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, and the King of Cups. So you're showing up here in this center row, and it is in the challenge position. Now we have the Nine of Wands as the center card. And so there's like this guarded energy. You've really been persevering quite a bit when it comes to love relationships. You've been kind of in this wounded warrior energy, especially with it being your center card. And you've gained all this clarity, and that is what is serving as your strength for the week. But you're guarded up. You've been through it, right? And it could very well be that you have some unfinished business with a Queen of Pentacles here. Male or female, doesn't matter, but it was a longer term relationship, I would say. With the Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, whenever they show up, to me that is a long-term partner, even potentially a spouse, right? So let's see if we can see what this is about, this unfinished business. Or it could even be too that it feels like you've been roped to this past situation even, and it could very well be that you've been trying to get out of this, and leave it in the past. And there's just something about it that's holding on to you, or subconsciously you're holding on to it even. And perhaps the challenge here is like, is this ever gonna get off my back kind of thing? So let's see, where do we have the Queen of Pentacles? We have the Queen of Cups. There was a lot of love in this situation with this person. Could also be, with that Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups coming together, could also be even a mother, a parent showing up here. With the Nine of Cups, I'm going to get some more clarifiers here before I say anything else. Because it could be shifting. So there's that Emperor, center, front and center. That energy is coming in. Oh my. We have the Two of Cups. The King of Cups. We have the Knight of Cups. And with the Knight of Cups and King of Cups, we're getting the King of Cups again. Okay. Time to go in the reverse, and it's showing up as a challenge. I feel like there's potentially a new love here, and it's stirring up some feelings in you, Scorpio, like deep emotions here. I mean, you are deeply emotional, but like the King of Cups, which is one of your cards in the tarot deck, you can kind of see, this is a really small card, but he's sitting on this very stable, almost like concrete platform, and surrounding him are waves of emotion. And so with the King of Cups, when we embody this energy, we have this ability to have really strong, deep, intuitive feelings about something, but we're really good at hiding them when we want to, right? And this Emperor is very good at hiding them. He can almost come off as cold. And it could be that because of the situations that you've encountered in the past that you feel the need to embody this Emperor energy and be a little bit on guard to protect your heart, right? But I think that this person that is coming in here, I mean, we have the King and Queen of Cups. That's a pretty important pair, right? Same suit, divine counterparts coming together here. And I think you're kind of using that wisdom from the past, from what you've learned of relationships in the past. And you can see how maybe if things got a little too passionate too quickly, it didn't work out well for you. It could also be that there's a lot of unanswered questions about this person. And so we have that guarded kind of energy. Interesting. With this time to go, what I'm kind of, now that we have some clarification on the table, it could very well be that somewhere in your head, with the King of Swords, he's very logical, very clear, very mental, right? He is in his head. And you may have decided at some point that you learned your lesson and maybe you weren't going to explore relationships anymore, right? You could have decided, I've had my fill of that, I'm not doing it anymore, I've learned my lessons, I'm just going to be single, you know, because this Hermit is solitary energy, right? But with this time to go being in the reverse, it's in the challenge position, and how I was talking about, something's not over. Something's not coming to a close. There's some tie that is still existing there, and I think that this person is showing up unexpectedly, and it's pulling up feelings unexpectedly, and now you're kind of like, oh crap, I thought I was done playing this love game. Surprise! Here they are. Just when we think that we are in control, the universe comes in and teaches us a lesson about that, doesn't it? So, it looks really beautiful. I do feel like you're a little guarded. And so it's kind of interesting. It's almost like I do still feel like the ties to past challenging heartbreaks that you've maybe had with other people that you've dated or that you've been in long-term relationships with is still kind of got a hold on you because you're still in that defensive kind of guarded energy. So let's see. And you can see in this depiction here, close encounters. You see there's this butterfly in the cage, and then there's one outside of the cage. And so you kind of see this as almost like Eight of Swords energy, very mentally stuck. He's behind bars, keeping himself safe, or herself safe. And here comes this new love. And you may be a bit guarded up to where it's hard for them to get to you. So that's the outcome position. We have the Sun, very happy, bright energy. I'll talk about the signs that are showing up here in just a minute. The Nine of Swords and the Death card. Something tells me that coming into this, you're a bit guarded, or you have been. For a period of time, but I feel like that comes to an end. I feel like it is such a good connection that it breaks those walls down, is what I'm feeling here. And you go through some kind of transition when it comes to some of these past, that cord, right, that I've been talking about. I feel like that gets severed somehow. I think that this person that has come in for you is an important connection. And I think you're beginning to see that. So let's see what we get here. Hot reading here, Scorpio. What do we have? The sun. Oh my. The Fool. Brand new, bright. I mean, look at the rays of sun shining down on him. Bright. New beginning. I always like to say, your future's so bright, you gotta wear shades. Oh my. Ace of Cups. And look at the rays of sun shining from behind this cup. You're in for it, Scorpio. Let's see, Nine of Swords. So there's that tense energy. We have the Five of Cups. Okay. And the Queen of Pentacles again. So I think that there's some past relationship here, a long-term partner, right, that has you in this really stressed out, regretful energy. So you may have had several relationships in the past that, you know, taught you some harsh lessons, right? But I think there's perhaps one in particular, because it showed up more than once, that has you a little anxious about this. Why do we have the Death card? So that's you, Scorpio, as the Death card. Yep. Celebrating, dating, having fun. Yeah, you're moving away from this tie that has held you for so long. It's brought you a lot of wisdom, but it's brought you a lot of, almost feels like a karmic cord. So, and it's kind of interesting because I keep seeing this card here in the reverse, and it doesn't show up very well on camera, but it's such a long little winding pathway. That's what it feels like, a cord. So, oh man, but the future is bright. I would just be careful of this Emperor energy being too cold and closed off. It's certainly up to you how you handle this new knight in shining armor. And I just saw the Ace of Swords, so it feels like breakthrough energy. Looks really lovely. But just monitor that Emperor. He can be really cold and unfeeling, and I think whatever this connection is, I mean, we have the Lovers, the Two of Cups, and the Ace of Cups with the Sun and the Fool. It's going to be an amazing experience. So I hope you found that helpful, Scorpio. A reminder to check out the Mercury retrograde reading that should be popping up right now on your screen. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.